Hello and welcome and hello back to Midwest Homesteaders. Currently Saturday morning. Just kind of got some projects that I need to do around the house. First one being we've got a slight issue with the roof of our deck. Here a couple weeks ago we had the wind kind of coming from an awkward angle, and all of a sudden like the middle of it started kind of bowing up. I've got all four corners cabled down, which here, let me show you. We've got a cable right there going down into the ground, and then we've got ones going from there down and there down, and then likewise with the back side. But here, I don't know, it's probably been 2-3 weeks ago now. If you can see, there isn't like a brace that runs all the way across the back there. So I went and I picked up a 2x6, one of my last trips into town, and I just need to get up there, go cut it, and sorry, I'm probably way out of frame. I'm trying this with the other camera. Need to go cut it to length and then put that on and hopefully keep that from bowing up, because I mean it was bowing off the trailer about that far and then slamming back down. And while I'm up there, I've also got that roof vent and the other one. This one is not quite level and it's kind of squeaking every once in a while, so I need to go through and see if I can try to level that up a little bit. And I've kind of got some other odds and ends that need taken care of that I'm gonna just, this is gonna be a little bit different than the other two videos that I've done. I'm gonna just try to speed things up a little bit, because I've noticed that I'm not wanting to really record because it seems to be like kind of slowing me up, and I want to try to find a way to reduce that issue. But like for example, I said I was going to make a video about reassembling this, but I ended up having a buddy come by and he ended up helping me out get it knocked out, and well, I really wasn't 100% sure if he really wanted to be on camera or not, so I just opted against continuing on the video with it. And I've just got some other odds and ends. I need to fire up the vehicles, pull them out, pull them away from the house. Got to do some weed eating, probably just kind of do some time-lapse stuff with that. But let's go into the storage container, grab the ladder, and get up on the roof so I can measure the length that I need for that. It should be 12 foot, but I want to be doubly sure. All right, let's go. Man, it's a little bit windier up top here, but you just seriously cannot beat this view. Alright, but as you can see, this is all open right here, and I misspoke earlier. I said 12 feet. I know that this thing's about 14 foot long. It's 12 foot wide. But alright, I'm going to grab my tape measure. We're going to measure that. And then I'm going to kind of look into this guy, try to see if I can get him straightened up while I'm out here with my tool. Because, I mean, you see how fast that one's spinning? That one should be doing the same. And occasionally, it'll make the most god-awful sounds squeaking. So, I'm going to throw this back into time lapse. And we're going to get to work. I think I've got this about, I don't even know if I really did anything. As soon as the person starts spinning it, the three legs of that cage just kind of start rattling. So who knows, I may end up buying another one that's like that doesn't have that cage over it. I've had 2 of them blow off in the last year and a half, and well, one of them I bought was this one, And the other one I bought was this one, off the exact same shelf over at Lowe's, exact same SKU, everything. And all of a sudden they were different. But oh well, I'll see if maybe one of these days here, once it starts really driving me insane, that I just say, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna get another one, and hopefully it doesn't have the cage on it. But all right, I was almost spot on. It's 14 foot 3 inch. So I've got a 16 foot 2x6 down there. So let's go get that sucker cut. I'm gonna put you back in my pocket while I go down the ladder, because I'm a little bit, try to be a little safer going down ladders versus up. All right, so I've got that 2x6x16 right there. I don't actually have any power over on this side of the house. No exterior power. But I mean, I got my speed square and I got all my Sharpies and everything here. So I'm gonna mark this and grab my saw, and I'm gonna run up to the front, and we're gonna get this thing cut. Alright, got my mark here at 14 foot 3 inches. So, got this measured at 14 foot 3 inches. Got my skill saw. Probably don't have the right blade on here, but it'll do for what I'm doing. So. So, now that that's cut, I'll just go through and I'll stand it up right there, so that way I don't have to haul it all the way around to the back and carry it up on the ladder. So, I think I'm actually just, no, I'm a regular recorder. All right, let's run around back. Let's go back up top. Quick little side note before I jump up top. I wanted to get a little kind of before picture of what everything looked like in here. During the winter, this entire area will just completely flood in with snow. And I feel like a fair bit of it is coming from all of this. Don't worry about that, that's not connected. The previous owner had an electrical outlet right there. I did not reconnect that. But you can see there's a decent sized gap all the way around. You can kind of see the construction, all these fresh boards, where when we took this down, of course I really didn't want to pull any permits in order to move this, so we had thought, oh, we'll just take off the center piece of tin and cut it in half, and we'll just stack it on top of each other and get it down. This tin is thick, and it is, let's just say, heavy. So we tried doing that with the first half. Second half, we took all the tin off. We were able to get it. And then as far as the deck itself goes, is it's 12 foot wide this way and 14 foot long this way. I found the halfway point and cut all the joists. I don't remember, I think it was this one. Cut all the joists down there and then stacked this half on top of this half directly on top of the trailer, because those benches are integrated in. So that was a fun yet incredibly challenging day when we were getting this trailer ready to be moved out here. But it all got done. It was is the biggest thing. Just heard somebody say a quote here yesterday. If you don't quit, you'll finish. I like that. But all right, let's get up onto the roof. Coming down to the storage container, we actually just bought these shelves and like gutted out about 3/4 of this storage container and somewhat organized things. But it gets to be the maiden voyage for me to go through and see what I need here. Which ones? That ought to be about perfect. Cool. I'm just gonna bring this whole pack out up with me, and we'll cinch her down. Take my pen and I'm going to mark over each one of these studs, so that way when I go through and I run my screws, I'll know exactly where they're at. There. So now when I flip this up, I'm completely blinded. I still know where they're at. Got that done. Sorry for the wind noise. All in all, I mean, I know this deck had quite a bit of rot to it, and I mean, you can kind of see I went through. There was another sheet because the guy had some, I don't know, stringers or whatever you would call them, that extended out beyond the deck. I didn't use those just because they were really, really badly made. But I mean, it's kind of rotted. But I mean, this thing is really, ideally, 2-3 years left of its life max. And it's not going to be totally weatherproof inside, because I've still got that gap there. And I know that, the possible rain from this, piece on top of the roof could cause some issues. But there's still a small gap underneath on the low spots of the shingles. So, well, I'm going to get down and out of the wind so that way I can actually talk to you without having to raise my voice and cause a huge headache to you guys. So, see you downstairs. Now, it's right about 10 o'clock right now. I wanted to get that, being up on the roof, I wanted to get that done before it got too terribly hot today, because it's supposed to be mid-80s today, give or take. And I know that makes it about 100 on top of the roof. But I think the little baby girl might be going down for a nap here soon, and we've got to run into town, get some things. So I just wanted to kind of do that. So I'll probably end up tying in the rest of my today's tasks, which I have got a lot of weed eating to do, a fair bit anyway. I haven't done any weed eating yet this year, and I haven't even fired up my weed eater yet this year, but just got some fresh gas. So I'll probably end up just kind of time-lapsing that along when we get back from town. And then also, here over the week, wife and I went through, poured some concrete, and got some clothesline posts put up. So, she wanted steel cable, and she wanted them on pulleys, so that way she can just bring the laundry out and, set up the clothes, run it down, set up the clothes, run it down, without having to walk. Which I don't blame her for that at all. So that's one of the things that we're getting from town today is cabling and the pulleys and everything like that. So I'll also bring you guys along for that trip. which, I don't know, I might just cut this one off for this, because I know it's, I don't know, 8-9 minute video, 10-minute video, something like that. Maybe even longer. I don't know. Depends on what editing me wants to do later on. And then just kind of do the weed eating as some B-roll for the clothesline video. But, well, thank you very much for stopping in. You have yourself a fantastic rest of your day.